Hey guys, it's ᵗᶰᵉᵒ, and today we are in a room. Yes, a room. Unknowingly, we appeared in this room during the night, but that is not the point. Essentially, we're going to grab our clothes off the armor stand and head into the bathroom to get ready for our day. Close the door. We got a room over there, got Mushroom Steve, and a sink right there, and then over here, which is the main focus of the video, a shower. So we come in here, flip the shower head over, and begin taking our beautiful shower with these water particles. Now, this isn't survival, by the way. There's no commands or MC edit at all, no summon particles or anything like that. It's just survival. And we can also turn it off as well. And it's as simple as that. So we come out here, dry ourselves off with our little towel, put on our clothes, look in the mirror, and we're beautiful, yes. So what is this? How is this finally possible in survival, though it wasn't before? Well, the truth is, it's been possible for quite a long time. Just nobody's ever really, I guess, allocated this feature to something ever, really. If you saw my last video, that's pretty much the first time I ever saw me using these particles as a feature, and that was a crop duster that basically used boats to create water particles without the use of water and fling them with slime blocks. Well, that's essentially what I'm doing here, but in my last video, if you watched it, I could not figure out a way, and I lied. So technically, I did figure out a way, finally, and it's this. So if we look at this side first, basically there's a layer of slime blocks pushing the boat, and that creates the particles because it gives the boat a momentum, which then tells the boat to summon these particles as if it's splashing in water and stuff like that, or flying off a waterfall. So the other layer of slime blocks is pushing it back, so it goes back and forth, so it never falls off the block. The spider web is there so that the boat doesn't get flung so far every time it gets hit. It kind of just moves left and right, like orientation wise. It doesn't actually travel very far. But as you can see, there's a lot of particles flying, and I have 4 boats just because the way gravity works, which is actually affecting this, they all hit this wall, right? And by the time the top layer, which is this one right here, you can see it flying, hitting right here, by the time this top layer gets down there, the bottom layer is already there. Whoop, fell down. The bottom layer from the bottom boat is basically to where the top layer ends. So it makes it look like it's seamless and it never stops pouring, which was the best way I could get it to make it look like a constant stream, which this is pretty much what a particle shower looks like with command blocks anyways. You can't really get too detailed with it. You could always add more particles, basically add more boats essentially. The biggest problem I've had with it is that I thought if a particle went all the way, I thought a particle would just dissipate over time, but really it's just once it hits the ground. But I thought if it hit the wall, like for the top boat, I thought the top boat's particle will disappear by the time the bottom boat got there. But contrary to my popular belief, it is not until it hits the ground. So it can hit the wall and then travel as far down as it wants until it hits the ground and comes way down here. Now another limitation of this, one not just due to its size, but boats, the particles of boats don't really render too well. So if I come way out here, as you can see, the particles gone. Even though these particles that were closer than the ones over there, that's not what it's due. If you're about 17 blocks in a radius of a boat, then you'll start seeing the particles no matter where they're at. So the bottom boat, obviously these particles right here are closer to me than those ones over there, but those ones will still appear and fly way over there just due to the fact that the boat is in my radius. But if I come out, both sides are rendered useless and do not give particles. But yeah, so it's a very simple concept. I'm sure it could be used for other things. I've also thought of other things like just like decorative waterfalls and stuff like that. It's very simple stuff, but I really like this idea just because the shower head could actually be used to stop the particles. And the web and the slime blocks are actually very key to it being resettable. So essentially all it does is stop this hopper clock, which all this is a hopper clock pushing 2 pistons, sticky pistons back and forth with one comparator on one hopper and one comparator on the other with just an item sitting in here. And then that lever, or lever, however you want to say it, turns on this redstone line, which powers this hopper, which stops the clock. So it just sits here. And then once we start the clock again, it'll just start flinging these back and forth, like this, creating particles. Now, another thing, if you do want to build this, it's very simple. I'm not going to do a tutorial just because you could see everything from right here. That's all you got to do. But you do have to build these one at a time, meaning I'm going to stop this real quick. you do have to build this one at a time, meaning you have to build this block, put a web, and then put a boat, and then wait for that boat to sink all the way down so you can be able to place another block on top of this web, and then put a boat, and then put another web, and then put a boat, and you just do that. So block, web, boat, wait until the boat sinks down, block, web, boat, and I built 4. You can probably build higher, but that's just what I did, I guess. Probably not too big of a difference once you get past 4, considering once it gets so high, you probably won't be able to render the particles, because this up here, you probably won't get within 17 blocks of the 5th boat or so. It kind of just depends on where you place your shower. I could have my shower, you know, right here if I wanted to. You could just stop these particles wherever you want. I just went way out here because, I don't know, I built a little decorative house, I suppose. But yeah, so essentially there's 2 sticky pistons pushing 2 layers of slime blocks. They're in the same shape. And these particles could also be stopped if you don't want them to fly anywhere. But like I said, if you do place something like a giant wall, these particles, like the ones over here, will just be stopped. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Other than the fact, actually, that you have to move these boats a little bit out once you get in. So let's say I go like right here. I'll just get rid of these 2 real quick. The boat will sink down slowly, so it's time consuming. But you do want to move until the boat, or like the back of the boat, shows just a little bit of the quartz block, like so. That gives room for the particles to escape and not hit the slime block, so they fly and then hit 1 and like this. That being said, you could also make this 3 wide if you wanted to, just because that's how like long the boat is. I guess that's how the area of which the particles summon at the boat. It's beautiful. But yeah, so I just get to take a little shower, rub-a-dub-dub, and yeah, my life is happy. The 4th boat is gone, as you can see, so now the stream is cut off, and you can see it stop for a second. But yeah, so that's it. That's all I got. So tell me what you guys think. Leave a like if you enjoyed this concept. Subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, you're still here? Okay, I'll fly away now.